and it's called Tara, Usap Tayo, Community Connections in Aotearoa. Marunong na ako magsabi ng Aotearoa. Okay, take it away, Rika.
Salamat po, Ate Ken. Good afternoon, Rai. Good afternoon, Ate Ken, and to all our viewers and listeners sa hapon ito. So yes, welcome everyone to our Fiesta Warapa Pinoy Radio Show. So ang topic ko po ngayon is about the hidden mental toll of migration. Migration often carries the image of opportunity, adventure, and a better future. But beneath the surface, many migrants face silent, emotional battles that go unspoken. Here are some of the hidden mental health challenges that migrants around the world often endure. So, loss of identity. Leaving behind your homeland often means leaving behind familiar roles, languages, and cultural norms. Migrants might feel a fractured sense of self, unsure of how they fit into the new society while still clinging to their roots. Loneliness and social isolation. Even in bustling cities, migrants can feel profoundly alone. The loss of family support systems, cultural disconnect, and language barriers contribute to a deep sense of isolation. Cultural grief. There is a silent mourning for things left behind. Food, customs, celebrations, and even smells or sounds. This cultural bereavement is real but rarely acknowledged. Survivor's guilt. Migrants who live difficult conditions, war, poverty, or natural disaster may carry guilt for surviving or thriving while loved ones back home continue to suffer. Pressure to succeed. Many feel an overwhelming need to justify their migration through success, often at the expense of their well-being. This pressure can lead to burnout, anxiety, and depression. Number 6, fear of deportation or legal issues. For underdocumented or temporary migrants, constant fear of being forced to leave can lead to chronic stress and hypervigilance, often resulting in physical and mental health deterioration. Intergenerational strain. Children often adapt more quickly to a new culture, leading to clashes with parents over values, traditions, and expectations. This can cause emotional strain within families. Healing and support. While these challenges are real, is so the resilience of migrants. Supportive communities, mental health awareness, and culturally competent care can make a difference. Talking about these issues openly is a powerful first step towards healing. So that is my topic for this afternoon, is about the mental toll of migration. So,
Yeah.
mga co-hosts, what can you add to this? This is all I've gathered here.
Na-experience mo ba yan?
Mental toll?
When you
Mental
were-
toll migration. Yes, I do. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Away from home, suddenly nandito ka sa ibang bansa na hindi pa nga ako marunong mag-English na eh.
You were so
Hindi,
young.
initially siguro
Initial.
yung loss of identity.
Yes.
Siguro, ano yun?
Eh, nahirapan pa akong mag-adapt sa accent nila.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
hard to communicate them, especially when you go out. So, ang gusto ko lang makausap yung husband ko dahil alam niya yung accent ko eh.
Yeah.
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 So, na-experience ko talaga ito. Napakahirap. It took me about a year to recover.
Yeah.
Until I got pregnant. And so, yeah, getting along with other Kiwis. It's getting better as time goes by.
Yeah. I like the cultural grief. Like there is a silent mourning for things left behind, like food, food, customs, celebrations, and even smells or sounds. Yeah,
Yeah, because we
namimiss
get-
ko talaga yung mga prutas.
We get used to the
Yun
noise.
ang ano,
Yeah.
yun.
Prutas
Pero
wala
when it
talaga
comes
dito.
to food celebration, sa umpisa lang kasi kukunti, pero sa dami ng mga Pinoy na ngayon,
Ngayon na,
dito sa
parang-
era, parang hindi ka na masyado maano kasi
Oh.
kasi hindi talaga wala kang nakikitang Filipino party o any social event na walang Filipino food. Filipino
Oo,
food talaga
oo,
lahat.
oo.
So meaning
Yeah.
from adobo down to kare-kare, meron
To
talagang
pansit,
hindi
to
no,
caldereta,
meron talaga.
Lechon,
So
yeah.
and then you have your standard Kiwi food as well, which is yung mga ano mo, yung mga croissants, mga panini, sandwiches. Di ba kasi sineserve ng mga kiterer yun? Sila ano yan eh. Sila Ate Emma, sila Ate Arab ha. Ang dami mga ano, yung mga macaroni cheese. Even ang macaroni cheese, meron naman tayo sa Pinas.
Oo.
Pero hindi tuna. Yung sa atin hotdog.
Oo.
Dito tuna pesto, yung mga ganun. Pero at the end of the day, hindi yan. Ang namimiss ko, yung prutas.
talaga.
Kasi
Langka, durian.
Pero may mango naman dito. Pero hindi yun
hindi
pure, no?
mangga na-
hindi, meron akong nakita ngayon diyan sa dito sa sa isa sa mga local stores natin. Ewan ko kung pwede ba tayo sa show magsabi ng pangalan sa Reduce to Clear natin dito na branch.
Meron.
Oh, meron talagang mango chicks siya. Yung mismong hindi siya yung cubes,
Is that made where?
mango, pero ewan ko kung hindi ko naman tiningnan yung
fresh mango?
hindi frozen.
Frozen lang
Oo.
siya.
Pero kahit na.
Yun
At
ang
least
amon
kalasa
namimiss
mo
ko,
pa rin.
yung frozen. Yung frozen definitely.
Yung mga prutas na hindi talaga from here, yung, alam ba yung tambis, right?
Oo.
Tambis, wala man yan dito eh.
Siniguelas.
O sinagwilas, wala yan dito eh. Santol.
Hindi man yan,
Santol.
hindi yan makapasok dito kasi bawal.
Oo nga.
Kasi hindi siya pwede dito kasi yung mismong balat nila hindi pumapasa kasi may mga foreign body na hindi dapat
Yun na nga
adapted.
ang namimiss natin kasi wala dito.
Oo.
At saka yung
nga.
guyabano.
O guyabano. So,
Yung
yun.
guyabano nakakapasok. Sarsap,
talaga?
meron.
Oo.
Yung durian nakapasok pero hindi galing Pilipinas, galing Thailand. Doon sa Davis Trading sa Lower Hutt. Oh, buo yung talagang bunga, hindi lang yung laman ang binebenta, yung mismong bunga na matinik pa.
Oh, wow.
Pero frozen.
Oo. Alam mo, may nakita akong mangga, nakakarton. Kaya lang, ano siya, Malaysian restaurant sa terrace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yung
I saw that. Dumpling,
Oo.
yeah, I saw that.
Grabe, $65 or $70. Sabi ko, bibili ba ako ng mangga? Kamahal.
Ang mahal naman.
Hindi, ang nabibili natin, may mangga naman dito. So, technically, parang hindi ko namimiss yung namimiss ko yung mangga Cebu. Yung mga maniba lang, wala. Kasi merong mga parang mukhang apple mango dito na galing ng Pacific.
Australia, oo.
Hindi, sa Australia, nanggaling ng Pacific.
Okay.
Sa Samoa ata.
Yung mangga
So,
na
yung pinipil mo lang na parang maniba lang, yun, hindi ko namimiss yun kasi nabibili natin sa pack and save.
Yung bang
Yung mangga na yellow.
Pero yung
yellow,
manggang
ano.
Cebu, yung yellow talaga na matamis,
ang sarap yun ah.
yun nga, nasa Reduce to Clear. $9.99 ang kilo.
Talaga?
Frozen siya, bags. Oh, ginagawa kong
Puntahan natin.
mango
Sarado
shake.
na by 5.
Sarado na.
Sarado na po.
Ginagawa kong mango shake.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, di kasi may nabibili ka sa pack and save yung cubes na mango.
Oh, frozen pa.
Frozen din, pero hindi siya matamis.
Yun na nga ang ginagawa
Pero
ko mag-shake.
itong na-discover ko diyan sa RTC. RTC yun naman ang tawag dyan, Reduce to Clear, RTC.
RTC.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, iba kasi ang RTC sa Pilipinas eh, Regional Trial Court, takot-takot ng mga kriminal doon sa RTC na yan. Pero dito, RTC, Reduce to Clear, yun, nakakabili ka. Hopefully, marami na siguro malaman yan. Hindi na ako makabili, baka maubusan eh. Pero masarap, believe me, matamis talaga siya.
That's good.
So, pwede mo siyang frozen eh. Pero pag tino mo, tapos kakainin mo, yung yung raw lang talaga, ganun lang. Matamis talaga. Yun nga, hindi ko alam, hindi ko naman tiningnan kung saan nang galing. Basta i-assume ko lang, mukhang manggang Cebu.
Oo.
Para sa akin, Pinas na yun. yung mga ganun.
Yung pressure to succeed, did you ever feel that?
Pressure to succeed. Number 5.
Yeah.
Burnout.
many feel an
Ah,
overwhelming
yun.
need to justify
Ano?
their migration
Justify
through
their
success.
migration through success.
Not in
Ah,
my
Often at
Hindi,
the expense
successful
of the
naman lahat ng
well-being.
Pinoy
not in
dito.
my part, no.
Kung makita mo yung lagi nilang nilalagay sa mga Facebook post nila o reels nila na doon kumikita ka lang ng 30,000 a month. Dito, magkano yan? 210,000 a
Oh,
month.
yun na.
Yung
Then
pesos
sabihin-
ha? Pesos.
Yung ano ko lang, and I'm glad my children went through the path na in a way they are successful, is yung, kung yung mga anak mo, kapag hindi sila masaya, or, and you wonder as a parent, I wonder kung I didn't immigrate, kung mas masaya sila sa Pilipinas.
Ayun nga lang.
Yeah.
Mga what if yun.
Mga,
Pero
oo.
you can still deduce kung saan kasi doon ang kultura and attitude, kaya nga maraming mga AFAM doon na gusto nang tumira talaga sa Pilipinas, lalo na sa Siargao. Ang daming mga puti doon na talaga nagstay. And then some of them, had relationships with locals.
With locals.
Kasi talagang nagugustuhan nila yung
It's more
yung si
fun in the
Barbie ng
Philippines.
Siargao.
Oo,
So follow mo siya sa Barbie ng Siargao.
Ano yun, maganda dahil Barbie siya?
Hindi,
Hindi
Barbie ang
naman,
kanyang nickname kasi puti siya eh.
Ah.
Tapos may tsura, pero surfer siya.
Marunong na siyang magtagalog.
Marunong na siya mag...
babae?
Babae.
Bisaya.
Marunong siya mag-Bisaya na.
Grabe lang.
Yeah.
She's been there for quite some time. Hindi lang si yung Canadian, 'di ba? Ang sumikat dati si
Oo,
Isko.
mayroon din.
Ano nga yun siya? Isko ng Canada na naging Filipino citizen because of his vlogging. Ngayon, ang dami na talaga mga AFAMs doon.
Ano yung AFAM?
Filipino-American.
Hindi, AFAM,
American.
hindi, a foreigner in
Something
Manila.
like that.
AFAM. Yan yung acronym AFAM, a foreigner at Manila.
A foreigner at Manila.
Pero ina-apply na nila pag expat ka,
Yeah.
yung normal term expat.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah.
Pero ang
That's
term
really
ng
good
mga
to
nila
know.
AFAM.
Yun na nga
Okay.
iba. May apam na siya. May apam.
Kaya nga
Alam
minsan
mo
yung
na.
may AFAM. Pero that's the opposite. If you look back in the 80s, like you both of you, kayo ang pumunta dito
Oo, mga apam din.
to marry AFAMs.
oo.
Pero hindi sila ang pumunta doon
Oo.
para to marry locals. So, baliktad ba? Baliktad.
Okay.
So, yun yung pero when it comes to the pressure to succeed, I don't think it is. Kasi likely naman talaga every immigrant, Filipino immigrant that travels into a different country, maliban lang doon sa Middle East kasi may mga cases din na naabuso ng mga
mga taga
employers
doon.
nila.
Mga employers.
Pero katulad sa atin dito sa sa New Zealand, everybody succeeded eh. In my point of view, like I said earlier, kailan ka lang nakakita ng Pinoy na homeless?
Yeah, exactly.
Wala.
So the other one would be the intergenerational strain.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
That would be an interesting one. Yeah. Children often adapt more quickly to a new culture, leading to clashes with parents over values.
Hindi, if you
traditions,
stick
and
with your old
expectations.
values,
This can cause emotional strain within families. Yeah.
I don't think it is.
Because you're more an open
Yun nga.
person.
So,
Yeah.
I still
you
cater...
accept your kids that would probably have the
no,
values
no.
here rather yung traditional Filipino values.
Hindi, kasi yung traditional Filipino values naman natin, positive naman talaga lahat. So, what kind of value are you referring?
I think is more the expectation na as a parent, they would respect you by default. Kasi yung mga
Hindi
bata-
naman value yan, te.
mga
That's not a value.
It's for me
It's a
value.
practice. There's the difference between values.
Yung elder value na
And
kasi dito yung mga tatay nila sometimes hindi nila sinatawag ng tatay, di ba? They would address it by name, or yung mga in-laws nila, hindi like your in-law Rika, she wouldn't call you by na mama, di ba? Yeah, she would call you by your name. Which is nakasanayan na rin natin. It would be weird kung tawagin kanyang mama.
Parang ako, nasanay na rin ako na traditional sa Kiwi, tapos si Edgar, nag-maintain pa rin siya sa Filipino values na ganun.
hindi, pero yung when just going back to that example about just because you're an elder that you have to be respected, it's not a Filipino value.
It's
I
about,
thought that's
It's a Filipino
value.
practice.
Yeah.
That respect is guaranteed if you are an elder. Pero ano yan it's just a form of yung kasi respect in its own has many forms.
Mm.
Ikaw ba, respetuhin mo ba yung tatay mo na binubugbog ka araw-araw? Re-respetuhin mo ba yon? Oh, di ba? So, what I'm saying is, it's not a value, it's a practice. So ano, yung mga abusive fathers sa Pilipinas, yung binubugbog yung mga anak nila, would you think that they will still respect them as their fathers? Hindi. So dito, ang ano lang dito is yung argument niya na expectation. Hoy, nanay mo ako, respetuhin mo ako. Yan. Doon nagtatalo yung mga interdated.
Halimbawa, yung sisigawan ka o sumasagot. Kasi sa atin, talagang no yun, di ba? Yung you are not expected to reply na pabalang sa mga magulang.
Magulang, oh.
Kasi, di ba, galing tayo dyan, hindi tayo sumasagot sa mga parents natin. So, we're expected that our kids will be doing the same for us.
Which is not.
So,
hindi naman siya, I don't think it's a strain. Depende yan sa perception mo as a parent. Kung sinasagot ka ng anak mo and you feel that you are being disrespected by your child, problema mo na yun. It's not the problem of your child. That's my point of view. Kasi minsan in certain arguments you can actually say just because you're the father or you're the parent doesn't necessarily mean na you tone down your voice kind of thing. But it's still a form of respect kasi kahit hindi mo tatayan, huwag mo talaga sigawan yung tao. So normal conversation ba ni Enrica tapos tataas yung boses ko, mapapansin ni Rica. Probably ang sasagot lang ni Rica niyan hinay-hinay lang or tone down. Kasi parang galit ka na yata. So it's about it's not really about like imposing things. That's the problem eh. The strain will cause because of the imposition of practices. Diyan yan sa ito kasi mga value like ang gusto mo na value talaga na maganda mag-clash dito, utang na loob. Yan ang mag-clash.
Nako.
Yung pag ginamit mo yung word na utang na loob sa anak mo, ay yari ka. Diyan, ikaw na lang ikaw na lang masasaktan.
We don't do that.
No, we don't do that. No matter what, kahit naman siguro
hindi kasi
gaano kasama nagawa nila sa atin.
Kasi nga even though we hold we hold that value. We hold that value. Pero we will, because we grew up understanding the cultural value of Kiwis about mutual respect and stuff. Yung utang na loob is moved out of the window. Pero kung traditional ka na Pinoy, sisingilin mo talaga yan. Sigurado yan.
Uso pa yan sa atin.
Ewan ko sa inyo. Basta sa akin.
Hindi sa akin, no.
Hindi, kasi nga, na-adapt nga natin yung Kiwi culture din. Matagal na rin kasi tayo dito to actually fully understand that some of the Filipino values is no longer applicable.
Yes.
So, another value is your ngingas kugon. Hindi na natin ginagawa yan eh.
And you normally wouldn't, kasi nga, dito, halimbawa, pag kailangan mo ng pera, you'd rather go to the bank
than borrowing money from one of your kids. No, it's
kasi
not.
may capacity ka eh.
Yes, tama.
Hindi, may capacity. Subukan mo nga walang trabaho, tapos hiram ko sa pera na bangko. Tingnan natin kung papahiramin
Hindi ka pahiramin.
Hindi ka rin pahiramin. So, you have to look at the circumstances talaga.
Pero I don't think your children will just say, no, mom. I think, para sa akin, that they are still care for the parents. Sometimes when I say, I'm struggling, blah, blah, blah. And next minute, I got money in the bank.
Hindi, kasi kung may kapasidad sila, then why not?
They can.
They
But
can.
Some parents actually would rather borrow money from a friend than borrow money from their children.
But what I do is same thing as well. Kung magsabi sila, wala silang pera, mag-send.
Diyan ang magandang value about family. When we talk about one of the strongest Filipino values is about family. Kung ako manghihiram ako ng pera, sa anak ko muna. May pera ka hiram. Pero hiram, hindi hingi.
Iba yung hiram,
Iba. Kasi yung connotation kasi pag naghiram ka sa kamag-anak mo, wala hindi na magbayad ba. So kaya nag-aalangan yung kamag-anak mo ng pahiram.
Wala ako masabi
Pero
dyan.
pag sinabi mong hiram, dito hindi.
No comment ako dyan pagdating sa mag-anak. Sorry na lang.
Kasi katulad niya, ng example, yung lalaki ko, sabi ko, ito, kailangan natin gawin ito, sabi ko, how much do you need? I probably will start with 20 grand. Sabi ko gano'n. Sabi niya, yeah, I got savings. We go ask ate. Ganun ka. 20 grand, malaki na yan ang halaga, ha?
Oh.
20 grand. Sabi niya, yeah, may pera ako. But kulang. We'll go ask ate. Ganun ka agad eh. So
That's
alam
good,
talaga
no?
nila na pag sinabi ko na we were going to invest, I need to borrow money, alam nila na borrow yun. Ganun din ako sa kanila. So yung nang umuwi kami noong 2023, sabi ko sa kanila, ako magbayad ng lahat ng pamasahe nyo. Bayaran nyo lang ako when you're
Ganun
able.
talaga.
So yun, talagang naka-installment. Parang after pay. Sunod-sunod pumapasok, bumabalik yung
It's better yan dahil walang interest.
Exactly.
yun lang yung advantage kasi wala nang interest. That's the advantage. Yun yung kagandahan
So
doon.
dapat stick to the plan na
Hindi, pag sinabi mo
pag sinabing utang talaga.
Pag
Bayaran
sinabi
mo
mong
talaga.
hiram talaga.
Ako pag may family sa Philippines, ate, pahiram naman ng ganitong pera. Sabi ko, wag mo nang hiramin, ibigay ko na lang sa'yo. Dahil kasi mahirap talaga ang bayaran kapag sa Pilipinas.
Hindi, kasi parang courtesy na rin yun even though kasi yun na yung notion kasi sa Pilipinas. Like my mom for instance, hiram. Hiramin ko muna. I know for a fact na
Hindi siya makabayad.
Hindi, makabayad siya. Hindi lang
siya
niya babayaran.
No, tama.
Alam mong hindi niya babayaran. And then kung alam mo, sisingilin mo magagalit.
It's a better way, hiramin mo na.
Hindi kasi parang courtesy kasi yan. So parang
Dinaan na lang sa hiram. Gusto naman nila
parang
humingi.
kasi parang feeling kasi siguro ng mga Pinoy kasi pag nanghihingi, they're begging. Kaya ginagamit nila yung word na hiram. Even though it's not totally hiram.
It's not totally hiram, tama.
Kasi yung notion din ng hiram, baka may tubo.
Anyway, so that's it for me, ate. So before I give, may shoutout po ako. Shoutout po ako kay Gina Yap. So it's good to see each other again kanina mga alauna. Alas 12 pala.
Nasa ano pa ba siya, Carter to?
Oh, nag-lunch kami dalawa, nag-lunch date kami dalawa doon sa Wild Oats. So napakasarap yung pagkain sa Wild Oats. So, pagmamalagay ko yon, lagi ako nandun. So, Gina Yap, salamat po sa company mo. At we had a good talk today. And of course, shoutout ako sa mga boys sa Punal doon. So, di ko nabanggitin, pero alam na nila kung sino sila. Kasi wala na akong time.
Si Mansell nandun pa ba?
Wala na. So, si Mansell, umalis na, nasa Carterton na rin siya. So, hello Mansell. How are you? We'll see you again on the next league. Okay, back to you at sa inyo lang po.
Okay, good one. Thank you for that, Rika. We had a very animated discussion.